Hey folks, it's break time, and that means it's another edition of the Anime Break Room with your host Will Medina and Dabir Weeks. Dabir, what's going on, brother? How we doing today?
Not too bad, bro. Not too bad. How about you?
I'm good. It's been a while.
Yeah.
We had a couple things going on. I know 2 weeks ago we were able to get something going, and then last week you came down with the flu.
Yeah, I feel like it was the flu. Yeah.
Dude, when you said your eyeballs hurt, I was like, "Whoa."
Eyeballs, the inside of my body was aching, like I got dragged. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, that sounds rough. Sound like you were going through it,
Yo, bro, I was just in bed all weekend, just like,
I know. I was like, when you text me, yo, I won't be able to make it. I'm like, yeah, he's definitely sick. He's definitely not feeling well. But we had some unfortunate news a couple weeks ago, and it hit me. You know, when I found out the passing of Akira Toriyama, it definitely hit me. You know, because as you know, Dragon Ball Z was the start of it all for anime for us here in North America. There has been anime before, like obviously, and I've said this before. My cousins all watched anime from the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, but it never took off until Dragon Ball Z came into play. And that was the first introduction for me. The original introduction was Dragon Ball Z. And obviously for you too, right?
Yeah.
So that was when I heard of his passing, and I got it from our text thread, you know, and I woke up, I was getting ready to work, and I saw that. I was like, there's no way this could be real. Like, you know, like how? Like, you know, kind of just like you're in shock. And then, you know, one of our friends, and then you see all over social media, and one of our friends that said, yeah, you know, it really happened, you know. And I'm just like, and it kind of just got me thinking, like, man, like all this, what we do, all the things that we watch, you know, all the anime that we watched, it's not possible without Dragon Ball Z, without Akira Toriyama.
Right.
You know, and like, I just want to give a little tribute and to the man, you know, to the myth, to the legend, you know, and just kind of just reminisce about Dragon Ball Z, you know, because that was everything. That put everything on the map. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
Would we be friends if it wasn't for, you know, Dragon Ball Z? I mean, maybe, because, you know, there's other things we talk about, but
maybe I don't know, 'cause I don't talk about sports. So
right. I mean, anime is a staple of our friendship. You know, it is. It's a big part. You know, and it's definitely like I said, it hit me, bro. You know, when I got the news, and I'm driving to work, and I'm thinking, man, you know, like, that Dragon Ball Z was a big deal. It is today still a big deal. You know, we talk about Oda and how One Piece keeps its relevancy. Dragon Ball Z keeps its relevancy. Like, it's probably still, it has a longer tenure than One Piece.
And so many people know about it. Like, even non-anime watchers that they probably still think it's a cartoon now, but you know, they will even talk about it. Like, as long as I can remember, everybody knew about Dragon Ball Z.
Yes,
everybody.
Yeah, there's this one guy. He dates one of my girl's best friends. He isn't an anime watcher, and my girl's cousin was like, "Yo," because, you know, we kind of get along. You know, we kind of get along, and he lives in Florida, so we kind of get along and stuff. And my girl's cousin was like, "You watch anime?" He's kind of trying to put the podcast on him, and you know, and he's like, "No, I used to watch Dragon Ball Z," and I was like, "Yeah, that's such a typical answer."
Yeah,
you know, it is. But that's how influential Dragon Ball Z was, because even though a lot of people our age don't watch anime no more, but they know what Dragon Ball Z is.
They know what it is, yo.
Yeah, they fell in love with Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's the only thing they watched, you know, it was that big, you know what I'm saying, for them as a childhood. And that's what I said. Like, I saw this post the other day that it said, don't skip through this reel without saying RIP. And so I commented on this post, and I said, R.I.P. to the biggest part of my childhood. You know what I'm saying? Because
Nice.
Akira Toriyama was everything. You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
for my childhood, and I remember, bro, like coming from home from school, and this was the good old days. Coming home from school, you know, doing the homework, you know, because my mom always, I remember how she always called Dragon Ball Z. You can't watch Ball Z without doing your homework, you know. So, you know, come in, do my homework, you know, take a shower. And I remember she always had that timer, bro. It was a timer. And once the timer went off, 5 o'clock, I'd never forget it. 5 o'clock, bro. We all went to the living room. We all sat there. Me, my brother, and my sister all sat there and watched Dragon Ball Z. And that was, remember they used to do like the whole hour too.
Yeah.
So it would be like from 5 o'clock to 6, it would be just Dragon Ball Z, you know?
Blessed.
Oh, it was so great, bro. Like it was a good time to be alive, man. It really was.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure my sister will vouch for it. You know what I'm saying? We all went to the living room and just like, yo, Dragon Ball Z, man. Okay. And we sat there. It was quiet for that hour.
All right, nobody breathed.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I was breathing at some points, you know? And it was so iconic. It was it's so memorable. And like I said, it was a huge part. It's a huge part for who I am today, for, you know, for all the things that, all the animes that I watch, you know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball Z was just a huge part of that, you know? Any early memories that you have with Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, actually some stuff I forgot about, so I don't know how young I was, but it may be 10, maybe younger. With my stepfather and his friends, like they'll have, I didn't even know what it was, and I believe they had the original sub too, because there were sometimes they were watching it on TV and I couldn't understand, you know, what was being said, and I couldn't comprehend that this was a whole different language at that time. They had the VHS just collection of Dragon Ball Z, just the movies, just everything, and I just remember just, you know, hanging out with them and just taking over me, because I actually started with the black and white, karate movies with my father. You know, I'll have a whole big bag of salt and vinegar Lays, literally crushing them. Just
I love salt
tiny
and vinegar
little
chips. That shit.
Oh.
Those are hit. Those hit.
Bro, it was life. Those memories are life. And then, at some point, I moved to Dragon Ball Z without even realizing it, because it's just, as soon as you see it, these bigger than life characters doing these attacks, and they're fighting and they're enjoying themselves, or they trying to protect their loved ones. My little brain was just taken away.
It exploded.
Yeah.
It exploded, bro. And that's the thing that drew me into it too. I like you said that. Like, I like how you said that. Larger than life characters. When I first got introduced to Dragon Ball Z, I said this in episode 1. My introduction to anime, period, but, you know, was Dragon Ball Z. And my cousin, he gave me a call, and shout out to my cousin Nate. Who still watches anime to this day. You know, he's 44 years old. Okay, yeah, he still watches anime to this day. You know, so shout out to my cousin Nate. He was the one that put me on, and he said, "Yo," he goes, "Billy, what you watching?" I was like, "Oh, I'm watching. Well, I'm not watching anything. I'm just kind of chilling in my room, you know, flipping through channels." He goes, "Okay, well, change it to Cartoon Network." Like, okay. He's like, "What's on there?" He goes, "It's anime." I was like, "What's that?" I don't know. I don't get it. Oh, no, just check it out. Watch it. I was okay. So I'm watching. I flip it over there. And what's on my screen, when I flip it, it's Dead Zone. It's the movie. Okay. You know, and to this day, it's probably still my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie. It's a good one. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. And I'm watching it, and like you said, the larger than life characters, that's what drew me in. I said, "Yeah, no, this is anime." I was like, "What's anime? Like, so this is called anime?" Well, anime is the genre. It's called Dragon Ball Z. You know, this is the series, and I'm just like, wow, like this is I need more. You know, it's like, because you're so captivated, because you see the speed, the energy waves they throw, just the fighting techniques, the choreography. You know what I'm saying? The villains, the good guys. You're like, yo, this is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're just so taken back, and you're in awe with everything. And I agree. Like, the like I said, the larger than life characters what really drew me in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because at that, from what I saw, you saw Goku, you saw Piccolo, you saw Garlic Jr., Krillin, and then Gohan coming out of nowhere with his, hidden powers.
Right.
And you're just like, yo, what is all this? Like, I never seen anything like this before. And that's what you're just so taken back and so drawn into everything that is happening. You're just like, where can I find more?
Right, right. Like, this isn't that it, right?
Right. You're just like, yo, I need more of this. And then once you know that it's a whole series and, there's so much going on, and then, they introduce Vegeta, they introduce Frieza, and you're just like I never see anything like this.
That's when you want to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
I need to see it all.
Yeah, it's like that was something you'd never seen. At that time, you saw nothing like that before.
Right.
And it was so captivating. You know what I'm saying? The power systems and just the stories, and just when you think, it couldn't get any better, it gets better and better and better. You're just like, wow, this is great,
Yeah.
It is. It was so captivating, it really was, and then from that you branch off to other animes. That's how for me, I branched off to a lot of other animes after that. So especially with that Toonami block, you say, okay, well, this is Dragon Ball Z. Okay, so you want to see what else they have.
Right, like, what are these ones about? Yeah.
Right, so you branch off. I'm not gonna afraid of a minute. I watched Sailor Moon. That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
I watched it.
I watched it. I watched Sailor Moon. I watched Zoids, Gundam Wing. Everything that Toonami block had, I watched it. But I watched it because Dragon Ball Z was the focal point. It always will be like the thing that sticks out to me the most, what I'm saying? Just how Dragon Ball Z captivated me into anime, period.
Same.
And some of the memories that I have, just watching like Goku Vegeta 1, the first fight. I think that right there was really it for me.
That one, it was just so much that came with it, the anticipation, the wanting to know how strong Vegeta is, wanting to see how strong Goku got,
And watching it younger too, you see this big bald head guy in Nappa, kind of just like bowing down to this little dude. And you're just like,
it's confusing.
Yeah,
this dude is massive.
Yeah.
What's going on
why is he so afraid of him?
Right.
And then, like you said, you just want to see how strong Vegeta was, and you're just like, wow. Like when he's fighting Goku, you're like, yo, this dude's pretty strong. You know what I'm saying?
It kind of made you scared because it's just like, oh, if he would have got in a fight, our Z fighters have been done.
Yeah. Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Easy. None of them stood a chance. None of them stood a chance against Vegeta, and it was just like, I think that's where. Actually, when did I really start liking Vegeta? I think after Namek. Yeah, after Namek.
Okay.
When I finally saw his story and how he was, how he had so much pride. You know what I'm saying? And then yet at the end, like when Frieza killed him, how vulnerable he was. I think I was like, wow, like that's. You know what I'm saying? That
side of him you wasn't expecting.
Yeah. I think that's what really captivated me with Vegeta. But I think mostly too is his pride, because I'm a prideful person too. You know what I'm saying? So I can relate to Vegeta, and sometimes like I do have like a little chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, okay, if somebody doesn't think I can't do something, well,
oh, I'm definitely gonna prove you wrong.
Yeah, kind of thing. So I definitely can relate to Vegeta a lot, in that aspect. But that's what, like to your point, when they first introduced Vegeta, he was cool. He was cool, He was a cool villain, and then they, obviously transitioned him into, one of the protagonists. But yeah, he was. I definitely enjoyed, and that's how I definitely related to Vegeta a lot. But that first fight was amazing. That Gallic gun Kamehameha wave. That energy battle wave scene was
crazy.
Probably still one of the best ones.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. It is the best scene in Dragon Ball Z. I think
that was the first giant beam clash, right? Like, because
the
beams were so mad. It's just like,
yes,
that beam is definitely gonna blow up the Earth if Goku can't push it back. Like, we knew that for sure.
Yeah, and he went beyond his limits with that.
Yeah, he did.
Because he went to, because he could. King Kai said he could only go up to 3.
Yeah.
But he went to 4.
He went to 4 in that moment.
Yeah, and he was toast after that.
My man couldn't move.
Yeah, Joe became, oh, Goku, you defeated him. And he was like, yeah, no, I don't think I defeated him. He's going to be pissed when he comes back down, you know?
Right. Like, Goku's just like, that's how you know Goku gave it his all. Because he wasn't even mad how beat up and exhausted and how he couldn't move after that. He's just like, wow.
He was just like, I think he gave more credit to Vegeta.
He did. He's just like, wow, he is strong.
He's like, this is a tough dude right here, you know? But yeah, no, you're right. That was the first energy clash they had in the series. I can't. What was it? Was there another one? Oh, the Cell and Gohan.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
I can't think of any other ones after that.
No,
I think those were the only two that sticked out to me.
Yeah, same.
You know, but the Goku Vegeta, it's too iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no way. Like, and there's some good moments with the Cell and Gohan. You know what I'm saying, with the image of him and Goku, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that put the icing on the cake.
Yeah, but that Vegeta Goku energy blast, it's too much. Like it's so iconic, bro.
Yeah,
it is. Like it's always gonna stick out to me.
Always, yeah.
It's always gonna stick out to me. So, but yeah, Vegeta's obviously my favorite character. I don't think there's no mystery about that. But you're a huge Piccolo fan.
I am.
Honestly, when you told me that, I mean, it kind of makes sense to me, you know. But go ahead and explain, you know, about how you relate so much, or just, you know, why Piccolo, you know.
Yeah. So let's see. The first thing that got my attention to Piccolo was, I would say Namek, because Namek is when we not only learned where he was from, but some of their traditions, their abilities that were passed down, like just knowing how just of a peaceful race that they are, also with these interesting abilities. I thought it was just so cool. It was just so cool. And then finding out they only drink water. That's the only thing I probably wouldn't agree with, because I like to eat. But it was just so cool.
Not too long ago, we were talking about cornbread and spray butter. And...
Oh, I'm telling you, bro, I couldn't just drink water. I can't.
Yeah. No, it's weird how that's their appetite. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's all they need. And plants.
And that whole species is all males.
Right.
There's no female.
On top of that too. Yeah.
So that's interesting. That's crazy. That is crazy how they just have one type of sex, you know, one type of, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it kind of took me back. I'm like, wow, this is interesting, you know? But they seem like a very spiritual
they seem
race.
Very spiritual, so laid back. And so you could tell they're the type of people that literally will enjoy every sunset.
Right.
But saying that, did their planet ever have any?
No.
There
was no night. There was no night and day. It was just all,
which is crazy too.
Yeah, all day.
I was like, no, I like the moon.
Yeah,
I like night. You know, some moonlit nights.
No. So you're more intrigued with the species, with the Namekian species. Okay.
Yeah. So it's so very interesting, and their ability to grow back their arms, their techniques. Like my favorite technique is the clothes beam. The closing weapon beam to make your own. Make your own clothes and make your own weapon. This is just so.
It's
cool,
easy. Hey, boom. Okay, you know, you don't have to spend no money on Amazon.
Bro, nice and easy. I ain't gotta wait for no shipping. Nothing.
No, for sure. Oh, does this fit? No.
Right. Oh, make it a little bigger. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. It was a clothes beam. I don't think I've ever seen that movie before. You know.
That's my favorite technique. Right there.
But. Yeah, that's interesting. They are a very unique species. I do. I mean, obviously, the Saiyans are a pretty cool species too. I love the Saiyans. Yeah, you know, I love that whole their whole, how can I say, their power source, their tail.
Oh yeah, that's.
I wish, you know, and a lot of people said Toriyama was very forgetful, you know, but you know, it would have been cool to see how further along, if he wasn't, how further along he would have taken it. But at the same time, like, I think he kind of substituted the whole Super Saiyan transformations.
Yeah, I agree with that, because you know, rewatching the tournament, you know, and seeing Goku's tail grow back and talking about how stronger he feels when he has his tail. I feel like
this was the World Martial Arts Tournament when he fought Jackie Chung, right?
Yep,
Okay, yeah.
So just watching that put that in my brain too. It's just like he could have taken that off as he gotten older. And
ooh, that's a good point. Can you imagine how strong he would have been if the tail was really that much of a power source for Saiyans? How much stronger Goku would have been? Even Vegeta,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how much stronger they would have been with that tail, and then on top of that, that's not even talking about them transforming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just the tail when they're just still in their human form, they're they just feel more stronger.
Yeah,
you know,
just harnessing that power. Like that's why to me. GT, I actually really love GT.
You did?
Because them taking that and like digging deep into the power of the tail to get that transformation, that I actually wanted to see something like that. So that was everything to me.
So you love the Super Saiyan 4?
Yeah, I actually really loved it. Like they did look, beastish, but to me personally,
I like the design. I like the design.
Cool.
No, the design was so dope. You know, the fur on their torso or their back, and it just went up to their chest area, but that was it. And then the hair grew, but the different color furs that they had, like that Goku was like what, pink and
his was like a reddish.
Yeah. And then Vegeta had Vegeta was red.
Oh, so Vegeta was reddish.
Yeah, I think Goku had like a pink fur.
Okay, it's been a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. But no, I love that design. One thing. I wasn't a huge fan of GT, but if one thing that I really wish that GT had, was the Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool. Cause I'm a fan of like transformations like that, like werewolves. I thought as a kid, I thought that was so cool to just transform into a werewolf and get these innate abilities of a wolf. And get stronger, and you literally look like a beast. So cool to me.
No, that is pretty cool. Like I said, I was a big fan of that. Honestly, I think I'm trying to see. Yeah, Vegeta had red. Yeah. Look at it. Goku's on the right or on the left over there.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Goku's is more of a pinkish. Yeah,
it was like a shade of pink. It was like a little bit of a shade of pink. Vegeta had red.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a dark shade of pink.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, that's still. Oh, see this. See, I don't know. So I think this is fan art, but that one looks a little more red.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But I thought I felt like it was a little pink, but it's still. I mean, the design. You look at it. I love the outline of the eyes.
Oh yeah, it's cool too. Yeah.
The tail was a different color,
and it was longer. I feel like it was longer. Or maybe
it does. You know what? It does look longer. But also too, they always had the tail wrapped around their waist.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I know when he in Dragon Ball, he had his tail, and it definitely, probably with age, the tail grows.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So that's why his tail probably looks so small, because he was only 12.
Yeah.
In Dragon Ball.
Yeah, right. Which I forgot about that too. When he said it, in the way I forget exactly.
Did he say he was like 13 or 14? Or something like that?
He's like, yeah, I thought I was 13.
Well, I can't count past 10 or something.
What did he say? Was it? No, not Chi-Chi. Was it Bulma that helped him count past
Master
10?
Roshi.
Master Roshi.
Master Roshi. That was when they were doing their hermit turtle training. Yeah,
so funny.
No, it was It would have been interesting to see how stronger Goku would have been. Goku and Vegeta and Gohan.
Yeah.
How stronger they would have been if they kept their tail, because for that being the main power source for them, it would have been interesting. Mm-hmm. But to see the Super Saiyan transformations, how creative Toriyama got with the Super Saiyan transformations. Yeah. Those are pretty unique. If you look at it, they're all blonde hair and everything, but there's different physical characteristics with them. Obviously, the blue eyes, blonde hair for original, for Super Saiyan 1, but Super Saiyan the Ultra, that one it gave you bigger muscles. You were much more stronger, an Ascended Saiyan, and I liked how they implemented that, and then Super Saiyan 2 with the electricity aura.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know?
always loved that electricity aura.
Yeah, and even the hair was a little.
It was like sharper, spikier, right?
I think for Ultra it was.
Okay.
But for Super Saiyan 2, it just had the one bang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. You know, that was pretty dope. But well, at least for Goku and Gohan, it had the one bang.
Yeah.
Vegeta can't. His hair's already.
Yeah, his hair's
already straight up. You
slick
know?
straight up.
Yeah, it's so back. But and I like how that incorporated speed and power too.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
so
I like that they didn't just jump into it like they built their way up to it. Like, yeah, I can build up more strength, but I'm lacking speed. You know, they built around it and just like, no, we need to train this.
Yes.
So we can keep our same physical size, but increase our power and speed. You know, it's so cool.
I love the fact that you see progression with a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's probably the one thing Dragon Ball Z does better than any other anime. That Toriyama does better than any other artist is to see Goku's progression. You see Vegeta's progression. You see all the characters who are training for the next coming arc or a saga. You know, they show that, and you're just like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? You've seen the hard work they're putting in and day out. Right. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's physical training or in Piccolo's case, you know, it's mental training, spiritual training, you know. Yeah. And you see the output or the input that they're, you know, giving them, you know, and just the work and, you know, the training and all that. I enjoyed that. Like that part I enjoyed probably the most, besides the actual fighting when they're fighting the enemies. The
build up to the fight, it's everything.
Yeah, because you see them like some of the training is like damn near death. You know what I'm saying?
Like literally they're laying on the ground, their clothes are tattered. Just like, is he gonna get back up?
Yeah. So it's pretty cool to see that. And then like sometimes like you'll see, you know, like Goku training Gohan or Vegeta's training Trunks, and you're just like, okay, you know, you kind of want to see the interactions, you know, and it's just like,
so ready to see.
Oh, man, it was so cool. It was so cool, especially when they're going to hyperbolic time chamber.
Yes,
you know,
that's the image I had in my head. You know,
dude, like that, like you've seen a lot of the Goku and Gohan, which is pretty cool. You know, they didn't show any of the Vegeta and Trunks until after they got out,
right,
and how Trunks was just like, yo, he just admired his dad for, you know, just being in there and just, you know, doing his own thing. He goes, yo, this dude is so like strong and everything, you know, and stoic and everything. But it was just like when you saw that, you're like, yo, that's dope. You know what I'm saying?
The way Trunks was explaining it, like he was going through like a blizzard and heat waves just to realize his father is a source of that. Yeah, it was just hitting so deep. I was like, yo,
he was hallucinating though.
Yeah, he thought he was hallucinating. Yeah.
He thought he was hallucing? Or?
Yeah. Oh, okay, so basically, like, cause all the power that was irradiating from Vegeta, he realized he was the source of like all his energy.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, that was so unique. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing the training schedules or the training episodes that they had and stuff, and it was cool. Like it was. I enjoyed all that, you know. So real quick, Dabir, do you have a favorite saga for Dragon Ball Z?
Yes. My favorite saga. Yeah, I would say, because would you consider like the android in the cell? Is that one? Or is it two?
To me, it's one.
I feel like it's one too.
It's one.
It's so connected with each other.
Yeah, it's one. I feel like it's one. That's my favorite too.
Yeah, that's my favorite. It was so much got put in those two. It was just so good.
The way they started that, and I don't care what anybody says. I really don't. What they say about Trunks now, when he first appeared, that whole entrance scene, we talked about it before, Trunks, that whole entrance scene, you know what I'm saying, his introduction was probably one of the best introductions I've ever seen.
I'm telling you, when I had an instant favorite, like,
oh yeah,
like it was love at first sight when
you wasn't the only one. You wasn't the only one. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't the only one. There's a lot of people, like my cousin, I have a cousin, Chuck, he's like, yo, he's a big Goku fan. But when Trunks seen, he's like, oh yeah. And then like the whole him with a sword, and you're just like, yo, who is this dude? And it's like, yeah, I'm Super Saiyan 2. Like, whoa, like, huh? And you're
just to add more on top of it.
Yeah, it's just, yo, that was so, like, it was so captivating. It was so in awe. You're just like, wow, like, this is nuts.
Just Super Saiyan from the future.
Yeah.
Just to add on top of it even more, the future.
When you finally get the whole story, he came from the future. He come from the future. You know, I'm helping you guys because the androids, you know, they took over my timeline, and it was just like so much. You're like, okay, you're drawn in.
That was so new to Dragon Ball Z. Especially, I would have never even took a thought or a daydream about anything like that happened in Dragon Ball Z at the time. You know, what was going on right before that? That was Goku just turning Super Saiyan and beating Frieza.
Yeah, Goku had just got back from Namek. Well, the Namek saga had just ended.
Okay.
When that happened. Yeah, so that's when Trunks came. When Trunks got to Earth, or I shouldn't say we got to Earth. When he went back in time to that timeline, to the present timeline, I should say. That's when they had Cyborg Frieza.
Oh yeah. That's when he ended up showing up with his father. Yeah.
So that's what, you look at. He had confronted them because he knew that was gonna happen. He knew the exact location where they're gonna be. So that happened. He confronted them to take him out easy. So when Goku got there, he could just, and he took out Frieza easy.
So I like the way they showed how strong Trunks is at that current moment or time. That was nice.
Yeah.
That was
nice. They did him justice. They did him justice. I love the part where he slices up Frieza, and then you see from Frieza's point of view, it's just
wait a minute, why is things sliding off in different directions?
And then he just kibbled and bits him, like he just like kind of slice and dice them a little bit.
You're like, all right, let's singe the little pieces.
Yeah, that was crazy. Even he even took out his dad quick too.
Took him. He didn't give him no time. Like, nah, you ain't getting away.
Yeah. That was that whole introduction with Trunks was so great. It was so cool. I think I actually bought the VHSs.
Oh yeah,
yeah, bro. Me, my brother, and my sister watched those episodes like so many times, like, hundreds of times. We watched those episodes, and we were just the same reaction, just in every time, bro. It was so great. Just watching that, and then like you see the interaction between him and Goku.
Oh, I actually just sent that in the Instagram chat.
Oh, okay,
yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, them two. So it's like, oh yeah, what? No, how did he say it? Now I forget how he said it. Before they both went Super Saiyan, and he went to test him out with his sword.
Oh, that how Trunks wanted to test out Goku's strength.
Yeah.
Okay. Like the dialogue between them and stuff.
It was only a little bit. They didn't. Yeah, no, they skipped between that. It was just a scene in the clip.
Okay. Yeah. And then like so, Trunks put out his sword. Goku had his finger, and he's blocking all his. He's not even parrying. He's just blocking shots. He's just like with his finger the whole time,
it
bro.
It just looks so good because you just see Goku's just arm moving while he's sitting still.
Yeah, and it is funny too how when Goku's in his base form, he's just like, hey, okay, and then when he turns Super Saiyan, his demeanor just changes.
I love the serious Goku. I love it.
Yeah. It's like night and day.
It is. Yeah,
it's night and day. And then like so when that happens, I remember this part with Krillin where he goes, oh. Because somebody has said, oh, that guy finally put his sword away. I forgot who it was. I think it was either Yamcha or Tien. And he goes, yeah, Goku put his finger away too. That's what Krillin said. And it's like, oh, that's so funny. It was so great. But yeah, that scene was great. Like just the whole beginning of that arc was great. And then on top of that, I think this was like, and I always say this, Dragon Ball Z was the reason why it was so captivating for us when we were children because it was simple. It was easy to follow, easy to understand.
Yeah.
But that that Android saga, Cell saga was the biggest story they had in the whole franchise. Yeah. In Dragon Ball Z. So when I saw that, I felt like I immediately like I love this arc. Yeah. I love this saga. It was so great. Like it was a lot of plot twists. Like
yeah.
the original androids that showed up, Android 19 and 20, weren't the android that Trunks are talking about.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like his appearance in that timeline messed everything up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think he didn't realize it until he saw Android 19's face rolling, or like on the ground. You know, after when Vegeta destroyed it, which again, Vegeta turned Super Saiyan was awesome. I get to that in a minute, but yeah, you had that plot twist. You had, you know, the androids that really 17 to 18, and then Android 16 was another plot twist.
And that one, the big 16 big boy coming in.
Yeah, that was the Goku assassin.
Didn't even know about that one.
Yeah, that was different. You know, nobody saw anything about him. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, Cell.
And then Cell,
which in my opinion, the best villain in DBZ.
And you know, I forget until I think about it how that current Cell that they were fighting. Was he from the past or future?
He was from the future.
So and he was from the future.
He was from a future. Like he had killed Trunks, came back. I think he had killed Trunks, came back to the. Was it the present timeline, or maybe he went to? Yeah. Okay, he had killed the Trunks in the future, came back to the present timeline to try to find the androids, because that future Trunks that he killed destroyed the androids.
Yeah.
So he came back to the present to absorb them.
Which is crazy that he was strong enough to take out Trunks at that time.
I think it was more like the way they made it seem like, though, it was kind of a sneak attack.
It did look, it looked like he kind of snuck behind him and choked him out type thing.
Did it choke him out, or did he absorb him with his tail?
Oh, I remember him being choked out.
Okay, it was choked out. Okay. I can't remember.
He could have absorbed his energy afterwards. Who knows?
Right. But you're right. Okay, so he choked him out. Yeah. He came from behind and he killed them, and he took his time machine to go back to the present.
Yeah, he had to revert to an egg state to be able to fit in there because he was too big.
You're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Remember how when they found it? And I just think about this now. Remember when they found it? It was all like disheveled and everything, and then there was like a whole blast to the top.
Yeah, it was like melted, and it was just this goop everywhere. And it just like, and it was the egg casing, and it just like, I remember seeing it for the first time, like, what is going on right now?
What is this? And then they show Cell absorbing all those people from Mickey Town, I think it was called.
It was so much built on to how that started. It was like the best way you can start like a new saga. Like here you go. Yeah, you don't know what's going on, but a whole lot's going on.
Right. No, Toriyama put a lot of love in that one, bro. It was, and like I said, it was so much that was going on. And I do want to talk about the Cell Saga in a different episode, because to me, and I'm glad you feel like this is our favorite, saga. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There was so much going on. Vegeta turned Super Saiyan was so cool. Like it was still to me one of my favorite moments in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Vegeta turned Super Saiyan. Then you had Cell, and then he's absorbing all the androids. But I think there's a fight in that saga that a lot of people maybe talk about, but I think is low key one of the best fights I've ever seen, and that's when Piccolo fought Android 17.
I just watched a clip on that yesterday too, and I was just like, this might be one of my favorite fights with Piccolo.
Yeah.
Because he is fighting this super strong android
who doesn't get tired,
that doesn't get any type of fatigue, and then Vegeta, our boy, just got whooped. I'm just like, and he had to absorb Kami and got this big power boost.
Mind you, Goku.
Oh my God.
Isn't Goku still like in a coma?
Yeah, Goku was still out.
Yeah. So all that's going on, and Piccolo's like, okay, I gotta shine.
Mm-hmm. He was literally in that moment. He was the strongest in the planet in that moment.
Yeah. That was so crazy, bro. He was like, when they finally got to, because I forgot, they went to Kami's house. 16, 17, 18 went to Kami's house, and they were looking for Goku because Android 16 says, I only fight Goku. That's all I fight. I don't fight nobody else. He didn't fight anybody else. No, he did. I'm sorry. He fought Cell.
He did try to,
he fought Cell. I forgot about that.
He was
He was
keeping
pretty,
up.
yeah. He was pretty strong.
I think he was saying that like even or he's close to Cell's strength at that time.
Cell's base form, I think he's close.
Yeah,
I think he fought him at his base form.
But yeah, he was definitely stronger than 17 and 18 though.
Yeah.
I know that for sure.
Yeah. So, but that fight though, go with Piccolo and 17, just the intensity alone.
Bro, I was locked in.
Yeah.
He powered up, and then he had like this silver like whitish aura, and then boom, it was going in. It was on site.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm ready.
Yo, that's a good way to describe it. Definitely on site. That was definitely on site. Like they went at it, bro. It was probably one of my favorite fights. It's somewhere in like my DBZ top 5 fights. It's somewhere in there. I had to really think about it, but I think like it's a low key good.
It was so good because they were throwing hands, they were throwing techniques, like, and it was fighting.
That's
for
the first
a minute.
time Piccolo used Hell's Grenade.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, I love that technique.
He's firing at Andres. Everything's like, dude, you're missing on purpose. But he didn't knew it. Like he did when he looked around, he saw all the energy waves were just all around them. I'm thinking, oh shoot, like that caught me by surprise. I didn't see that coming either.
Yeah,
you know,
I like how it was a build up because before he was blasting at him. And then he slowly transitioned into the technique where it threw him off. It
almost seemed like it was like decoying. Like he was kind of like just like manipulating the situation. You're like, you're not at first. I'm blocking all your energy blasts, and now you're just wasting energy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh no, you're not. It's just like, yo, that was so cool. It was so cool. It really was. But yeah, no, I have to agree that the Cell saga was probably my favorite saga.
Oh yeah,
it really was. Bro, so there's so much you can talk about it. You could pick from it. It was just so much going on, and I loved every minute of it. I really did. It was so great. And like I said, Toriyama put a lot of love. In that.
He did.
So it was cool to see. I mean, Dragon Ball Z a period was just awesome. We can go on and on and talk about it. Yeah, we could go on and talk about it. But I mean, I just want to give my thanks to Akira Toriyama because like this wouldn't even what we're doing here today wouldn't even be a thing. You know what I'm saying? He opened the door for anime here in North America.
Yeah, he did.
I always say this. Dragon Ball Z opened the door for North America, for anime in North America. The big three kicked it down. They did, because the big three took it to another level. But I would say this though too, there will be no big three without Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just nip in the butt right now. One Piece, Naruto, Bleach won't even be a thing here in the States.
Right.
Wouldn't be a thing here in the States, in my opinion, if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z.
I feel like if it was a triangle, Goku, Dragon Ball Z is up top, and then the big three is at the bottom.
Yeah. So kudos and thanks for Toriyama for all the great moments.
Yeah.
All the great memories that he gave us, that he gave that 12-year-old boy back years ago. It was just it was awesome.
Forever
awesome
a legend in my heart.
Yes, the GOAT. He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. And he will be forever be missed. My thoughts and prayers go to his family.
Same.
And it's never gonna be the same.
Right.
For us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For us, it's not gonna be the same. And saying like that was just it's a great starter. Dragon Ball Z was such a great starter.
Yeah.
Great introduction to anime. It really was. So like I said, thanks to Toriyama Sensei. We appreciate everything. We hope you are living a better life now.
Yes.
So all thank you for everything. That's all I can say. Anything else you gotta say, Dabir?
No, he so many great childhood memories he gave us. Especially me. I'll always remember waiting every week just to hear that intro start up, and I'm grinning ear to ear. Nothing else existed. You know?
Yeah. For that hour, it's like
yeah.
for that half hour that they were showing on Toonami, like everything was just like you were just in a bubble.
Yes.
You know, and it was just all just Dragon Ball Z. So no, I agree. It was great. Like I said, thank you for all the memories that I definitely appreciate it. So with that being said, what we do want to do another appreciation for Akira Toriyama. So I think April 9th, is it that I said it was?
April 9th.
April, yeah, I believe it's April 9th.
Because April 6th is a Saturday.
Yeah. So it's like April 9th. We'll release I want to do the World Martial Arts Tournament from Dragon Ball, so I want to do a double feature, like air 2 episodes, one for the first martial arts tournament and then do the other martial arts tournament, what I'm saying? Right. 2 separate episodes.
Yeah.
So April 6th, that's my plan. That's what I want to do. When we air again for our next Anime Break Room podcast, I know a couple weeks ago I did say I want to do a top 5 or top 3, I should say, top 3 female characters, and I kind of want to do that because March is Women Empowerment Month, so I kind of want to do a shout out to all the women in this world, who make the world go around, and want to do that next week. But then the week after, I think it's the week after. I don't know. I get my days all mixed up. but the next time, we're gonna do another tribute to Toriyama, and it's gonna be 2 episodes, both on the World's Martial Arts Tournament. The one where Goku fights Jackie Chun, quote unquote Jackie Chun in the finals, and then the one where he fights Tien in the finals. So, kind of just do that in honor of Akira Toriyama, the man who gave us so many great memories and moments from our childhood. So, with that being said, Dabir, you good?
Yeah.
Break time's over. Have a good day.